All right, boys. Do you smell that, boys?
Smell of freedom.
Smells like a minivan. Like, smells like French fries and soccer cleats. What? You know all vans?
Soccer mom van.
Yeah, all vans have the same smell.
Totally.
Brand new. There's no new car scent.
Yeah, it's because the food's still in there.
Sadly, that is exactly why that's like that. But nothing takes me back to the early 2000s like a good minivan.
Like a good old...
Like a... You know, I'll put a picture. I spent a lot of time in a minivan.
Oh, yeah.
My mom had one. She was a crosswalk lady, so we used to take home like
all the kids.
30 kids. Like I'm not even like it was like 4 trips, 4 minivan trips, and this was like, you know, it's the early 2000s, but really it's just the really late 90s. So we were all buddy buckled. I mean, there was probably 10 kids in this 7-passenger vehicle. But yeah, you know, it's just that rich smell of.
Hey.
What is that? Wendy's or is that?
No, thank you. That's fine.
It's no thanks.
Old sauce.
I'm good. You know, I bet you every car that runs off of that vegetable grease, I bet you it smells like that.
Vegetable diesel.
Yeah.
Biodiesel.
Certain cars have certain smells. Like every Toyota Corolla smells like weed. It has
Right, it has to. There's no other way
It
to
has
it.
to, yeah.
Yeah.
So welcome to Mixtapes. My name's Ian,
Brennan.
Jose?
Mason.
and this is a show where we rate vehicles by scent.
And year.
And we try not to burp.
Yeah, we try to.
Try not to burp right at the mic.
Only 3 times an episode are we allowed to burp. So one of us doesn't get to. And you know, usually Mason's the polite one.
It's usually, yeah.
It's usually, yeah.
I was racing the streets, so...
Me too, dog.
The streets chose me, so...
All right, so dude, 2002, 2003.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I actually kind of liked these years, you know? It was like, you know,
Pretty interesting.
I was becoming a real kid
Yeah.
at this point, you know?
Yeah, by far.
So what you got, Jose? What you
So
got?
for the first song, I would like to start out with Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
With the song Can't Stop.
Yeah.
Yep. I just feel like Flea, I feel like Flea is such a phenomenal, not only bass player, but person.
Yeah.
He's very interesting, and he may seem crazy on the outside, but on the inside, his heart.
He may be just 7-Eleven Big Gulp Cup on the outside, but on the inside, he is a heart of
Crafted
gold.
beer.
Craft of beer.
For sure. No, what a great man. Smart guy. And I just feel like with this song specifically, the video was cool. The video was pretty dope. And I feel like it influenced me on my bass playing. For sure.
Yeah.
For
I'm
sure.
A lot of bass players can say that too.
Yeah. And some people like to talk about how he's overrated or blah, 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 or Flea, blah, blah, but I really think that at the end of the day, a lot of people use him as a...
Oh yeah, 18 years later, this song is still on the radio.
Yeah.
I mean, this song, like, you can't get away from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but that's because they are timeless. I mean,
They really are.
It doesn't need a time.
Yeah.
So, you know, kudos to them for real.
Honestly, yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. They're funky, so I
Always
like
funky.
them.
Yeah. What was it? That was off of By the Way. What year was like Blood Sugar Sex Magic?
That would have been earlier than this.
Okay.
I believe. I think.
So
that
then what was
the
next?
90s
Stadium
version.
Arcade?
Yeah,
Stadium
I
was
want to
next?
say it was 98 or something like that, or maybe earlier than that.
Yeah.
So what was right
98.
after this then?
Oh man, they
Stadium
put out a
Arcade.
lot of records. Man, their catalog is really dense.
Yeah.
What gets on the radio isn't exactly what they did. I
Yeah.
believe they have a release for every single year.
No,
I believe they do.
really?
I believe our single. I
Holy
believe they have
crap.
releases up until about this year. Actually, is when they started to slow down. But prior to that, there is so much of their music out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I am not the biggest Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. I love John. I love like the ideas behind it. I love how like Flea honestly played a gig like a couple days after he picked up a bass guitar for the first time.
Yep.
I mean, he was in the circuit of people playing
Yeah.
music, and everyone's doing their thing, and he's just. I think that if you spend enough time watching people play music, you absorb what they're doing. You absorb exactly how that works. If you're a non-musician and you spend enough time watching someone play drums, you'll go back there and go, oh.
Right. I mean,
That's
if
what
you
they were
see
doing.
it, you could, you know.
If you're musically inclined.
But you know, sometimes you're not always as good as like Flea, because Flea's really
Not
technical.
musically inclined.
Like look at Sid Vicious. I mean, he was literally just a fan, and then went up and started playing bass for him. But I wouldn't. I mean, although the Sex Pistols are great or whatever, you know.
They were one of the first manufactured bands.
Yeah,
they, like basically the industry went, oh, we know what the kids will buy. Let's go find a bunch of delinquents and give them instruments. I mean, that's kind of how that really went down. I mean, that was common in that era because, I mean, the Beatles and a lot of other bands proved that music is profitable, and the people that were selling, the gatekeepers, I'm going to try and make sure that gets mentioned, especially as we keep going further and further into the past. But the gatekeepers were there to say, ooh, I know what the kids will like.
Well, they were banned for a while. I mean, they weren't allowed to tour or anything in the U.S.
I mean, that fueled record sales and marketability and T-shirts and branding.
Mm-hmm. But they were also like, I mean, there was like news against them. Like they were like, there was like the people versus.
Maybe they were in on it, man.
I don't know. Yeah,
I think the media was probably in on it because of.
It's like
money.
it's like the Jay-Z Beyonce. Like, did they actually split up or?
It's kind of like a fake beef, like a fake, like for publicity type deal.
It's kind of like what the Kardashians do in the Daily.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But we are way before the Kardashians.
Oh yeah,
the world had not known the Kardashians yet. I think OJ.
Oh, they knew about that. I mean, there was a Kardashian was famous in this time period because the OJ case was 90s. Was in the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah,
it was in the 90s. Yeah.
Okay,
we're getting way off.
Yeah,
Red Hot Chili Peppers, classic band.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Can't go any decade without talking about them, probably.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes.
Good.
What you got, Brennan?
All right, so 2002, 2003. There are a handful of songs that are definitely what I would consider foundation songs for me. And Blinded by Third Eye Blind is definitely one of them. It is a really neat song that is just infectious with how groovy and catchy it is. But completely, the lyrics, I'm not gonna lie, the lyrics are straight up creepy. I mean, that's one of the reasons why it didn't do as well as it could. But that's Third Eye Blind, I mean, we all know the song Semi-Charmed Kind of Life.
Yeah.
It's probably going to get brought up.
Also, creepy lyrics in that one, too.
Incredibly creepy lyrics, but also, like, that made it to the radio.
Yeah.
That made it all over the place.
Yeah, they really hid those. They really
Easter egg hid
the messages.
Doing crystal meth will lift you up until you break. I mean, they really hid it. Now, this one is not as well hidden. I mean, it's straight up, like, lyrics are straight up creepy, but the way it's delivered...
What are some of the lyrics?
Like, he's basically watching a girl shower and imagining doing things to her. That's literally basically the opening verse.
Damn.
So, yeah, it is creepy, and I'm sorry for that. And that's probably why it didn't do as good as it should. But a freaking hell of a song. I mean, a hell of a song, a hell of a melody, a hell of a bass line.
I like the bass tone.
I really didn't know it was creepy when I heard it. I mean, I heard it as a kid, so I didn't know anything about what they were saying in it as I first was exposed to this song. But yeah, groovy freaking tune.
Damn,
what you got?
I got "Soak Up the Sun" by Sheryl Crow because this song is the minivan, dude.
He's coming out the gate.
Dude, this song is the fucking...
He's 90s at the pool ordering an ice cream sandwich.
Oh, man. This was 2002.
The Dorito dust is still on my hand.
Dude.
I'm
telling you.
dog that I don't
Ice cream sandwich. Living a life, bro.
Living a life.
Save money.
Oh, man. Shit your pants at baseball practice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yo, you know what's funny about that story? And I'm going to tell it since you brought it up.
Well,
is it was my baseball practice.
Yeah, but you were so third party. You had no idea what was going on. You're just like, Mom's going to take Brennan home.
Oh, yeah.
Can I explain the anguish that led up to shitting myself at baseball practice?
My baseball practice.
Your baseball practice. So, like, all right, baseball practice, in this time, I believe this was this exact year. I believe this was 2002, I believe, was this time period. Ian's in baseball practice, Little League, you know, we're little kids. And Mom and Dad are the coaches. Like, they're the coaches. So basically, I have to fucking be there. I mean,
there's no one to watch it.
Where am I going to go? Where am I going to be?
So we hung out with, like, all the other kids' little brothers.
Dude, it's true. I was like, it was a weird time in my life, honestly. Now, I'm at the ball game, and I'm at the ball game, just ball practice, nothing serious. And, well, I got to shit.
You're on the playground.
Well, getting there. Slow down, okay? Like, I got to shit. Where I'm wandering around, and I see off in the distance at the very back edge, because this is a school, the kids practice at the schools, you know, way off in the back and near a construction zone is 2 porta potties. I see them, and I'm like, All right, mission on. I've got to get from here to there and poop.
And don't shit myself on the way.
So I started hustling. Now, as a little kid, it seemed like a really long distance. It probably wasn't really that long of a distance, but as a little kid needing to shit, it's probably a mile. I mean, come on.
Right.
Dude,
and
I get
it was
there.
getting further as you were looking at it.
I get there, and they are padlocked. These porta potties are padlocked.
Oh,
Like,
no.
I get all the way up to the door and go to open it. Oh, someone's in it. Nope. Padlock. Holy shit. So what do I do? Fuck it. If I ignore it, I won't have to shit. If I just ignore it, it won't happen. It's fine. I go back to, quote, playing like a normal fucking kid. And all it took was monkey bars, falling to the ground, shit in the pants. Like, I'm feeling I was not at all
Big
familiar
L
with.
that day.
Big L.
Man,
Big
I was
L.
wasted.
I was a clean freak as a kid. I didn't like to be dirty as a kid. That wasn't
Yeah,
my thing.
that's
Like
true,
fishing, doing all that shit. That wasn't.
Yeah, notice how you weren't playing baseball.
Notice how I was not playing baseball. But like, here's the cruel joke: where were any of the kids supposed to go to the bathroom during this time period at all? Like, the cruel joke is like, yeah, I shit myself, but like, what was I supposed to do?
Well, all the other kids didn't shit themselves.
I know. So either A, I didn't know I could either enter the school and use the bathroom. I didn't know. I didn't try that.
It doesn't matter
It
now.
doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter now. I ruined a pair of whitey tighties, and I think we
Held it down.
And get this.
And how did you get home?
In the fucking minivan.
In the minivan.
And I'm in the front
Once
seat.
again,
Full
man.
circle.
And I'm hovering.
again,
I'm
man.
hovering over the seat because, bro, like this was a big poo. I was a rather husky kid, so my pants are full to the brim. And I'm just doing my best. Do my best not to make the situation any worse than I can. And I made it home. I got out of those shorts and I stayed the fuck there while mom went back. And we just pretended like I didn't exist for a little while.
Go sit in your room and feel shame.
And that was my story from 2002.
Dude.
Great
Great
song,
story.
man.
Great song, yeah.
dude.
Soak up the sun, Sheryl Crow. It's up. Come on, 2002. All right, what you got?
I don't know.
I could drink at the wrong time.
Brennan,
Oh, man.
Did the other kids?
Oh, everybody knew about it. Dude, I
Everybody
don't
knew,
have a
man.
filter. I'm walking around like I shit myself. I fucking shit myself. Dude, I tapped down with shoulder to tell him I shit myself, and I just fucking said, "Hey, I shit my pants, man." Like he leans into me to tell him a secret, and I'm like, "I shit my pants." And all the kids, the two kids, he's like, he showed two kids how to play, how to hit the ball, and I said that these two kids have lost it. They hear me say that, and they don't give a shit about baseball anymore.
Oh yeah.
I ended their baseball careers right.
I mean, think about it. We were in. I was in third grade.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was in third grade the summer of 2002.
Yeah, I never ended up like shamed for it or like brought up.
So these are third graders.
I think I owned it enough to where everyone was just like,
Yo, that would make you fifth grade.
"There you go, there you go, man." He
That's
shit his
kinda
pants
what I
at the
was
fucking
wondering.
ball game.
Have you shit your
what-
pants since?
No, I haven't.
Would you
I've never
say-
in my adult life.
Wait, okay. Wait, I was sick once and I coughed really bad and shit.
Oh, you like sharded?
Like
I don't know if that counts.
I don't know if that really counts because that was just a little here and there. It wasn't like
It's okay.
full on like.
Yeah.
That's never happened to me. I've never shit myself or sharded, but I would. I don't know if I'd count that or not.
My uncle
God
did one
damn.
time in a bookstore.
Full
In a
on shit.
bookstore?
He
Oh, shit himself?
thought he had to fart. Yeah, he was with his wife.
Oh no.
Yeah, they were on like vacation.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The one story I got towards that
Be
was
hot
when I
and
worked at
big.
Publix. I was a baker there.
You shit yourself in the bakery?
No, it wasn't about me. Somebody comes up and somebody from my friend, they're like, "Bro, you gotta check out this video, bro. You gotta check out this tape." Everybody's going to, everybody's like going back and forth, I'm like, what's going on? Dude, there's this video because there was a shit on the pharmacy. On the ground, bro. Like full on
No!
No. And they're like, who did this? So I had to go back on the tape. And bro, there was an old man walking.
No!
Bro, and look, this is what he did. He just goes.
Oh,
I kept on going with his life, bro.
No.
On the camera, bro, you see him just.
Bro, how big of a pro do you have to be?
A pro.
He's definitely not wearing underwear either.
Not the first time, bro.
You know he's looking for.
He just fucking shook it off, bro.
It's terrible.
You think he got another day out of those jeans? Mason has a song
Shame.
and lighten the mood, please. Enough.
It's called "Hot in Here" by Nelly.
Hey.
It's kind of hot in here right now.
Oh yeah, it definitely
We
is.
can't relate, right?
You tell a poop story, and boy, I tell you, the room
Really warms up the place.
really warms up your penis. Just like Christmas.
Just like Christmas. So this is off the O2 album, Nellyville, which I think everybody knows.
Everyone knows the
Hot
song.
in Here.
Yeah.
But I find this track particularly interesting because Nelly, instead of having, I don't know if Nelly had any like self-titled albums, but I feel like this is as close as it's getting, like Nellyville. Like,
Nellyville.
You're in my town, like Nelly Nation.
Might as well be a self-titled.
Yeah. So anyway, the track's great. You guys will hear it. It's pretty sick.
Dude, if you had
haven't heard
MTV,
it,
if you had MTV at this time,
Yeah.
or you watched MTV at least,
Dude, you're waiting for the bus, and MTV's on the TV.
You already know,
And
dude.
it's 2002, right?
Yeah.
2002?
so take off all your clothes.
exactly.
That was just like, man, I was a little kid, like, whoa.
You're like, well, I
What
don't
are
know
they
much
talking
about
about? Whatever they're talking about, I gotta be about it.
What is happening?
Are these guys at the pool?
My pants are tight. It feels like I shit myself in the front.
Well,
Depending on how much shit you do shit, it is in the front. It's in the back.
alright, come on, man.
All right, this is the
No more.
last poop joke on this show.
No more.
Ever. Mark my words.
I'm gonna soak up the poop.
Jose, what you got?
Alright, so for this next song is actually pretty close to me because I fuck with this band and
man,
I fuck with the singer.
Oh, man, that's a good one.
Salesin, 7 years, translating the name 2003. This song is
Anthony Green.
Anthony Green, bro. What a guy, gentleman. Honestly, super cool guy. Great song. This literally takes me back to my riding days of motocross because my dad. We used to race on Sundays, and my dad, before he got all uptight and shit, he used to let me listen to whatever I wanted to, and this is one of the bands that I would always play on the way there. We used to get McDonald's and head out to the track.
What were you? What kind of car were you in?
It was a Chevy, a Colorado, one of the Colorado trucks, like the little trucks.
Yeah, there was a truck.
Yeah.
I was about to say if it wasn't a minivan.
No. Because we had the trailers and stuff, so we needed to push it. And that song was always there, and my dad actually liked it. So
Really?
I thought it was pretty cool because he actually let me play it, and then it became a thing where like I would play Salesman on Sundays going to the track, and my dad fucked with it, and I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really dope. I fuck with the band till this day. I mean, I'm so glad that Anthony Green got back in there.
Yeah.
Did you get to see them with Anthony?
No.
Recently, within the last-
No, I have not.
I did. Oh boy.
Good or bad?
Oh my god, it was incredible.
Okay, I was gonna say.
In Dallas, well, it wasn't Dallas, it was Grand Prairie, Texas. They do that's where they would have the So What Festival, and it was the Under Oath reunion.
Okay.
So it was them, but it was
big
also
one.
Salesin with Anthony Green reunion. So Salesin performed on the smaller stage with Anthony Green, and dude, the smaller stage was still pretty big. The crowd spilled out and around, like they couldn't get everybody in there to see Salesin with Anthony Green. It was so cool, and I mean when Under Oath took the stage, it was wild. But Under Oath played for an hour and a half.
Holy shit!
The venue actually shut down everything but the stage, and they shut down all the stadium lighting. They left a lighted way out, basically, like where they would show you how to get out, but they had everything shut down. They were pissed, but it was incredible. But I gotta say, Salesin's set way cooler than I mean Under Oath. Come on, I mean. Love them to death.
Right.
They almost made it on this one. I'm surprised they didn't, but it's fine. But man, that was one of the coolest performances.
Yeah, dude.
And I opened that event. I was one of the first bands to play at that event. So not only was I like seeing them, I didn't get to go backstage or anything during Salesin or Under Oath. The stages were completely off limits, period, for everybody. You had to have what they called a God pass.
I see
that shit. They literally said God pass on it. I was like, okay, and it goes means you can go anywhere, and I go, all right.
And to be honest, when it comes to gear, for the people that do like gear, what amazes me is the fact that I think his name is Alex Rodriguez. I want to say the drummer. He's been playing Ludwig since the fucking beginning, bro.
Oh man, well, Ludwig is. I mean, I if I could pick all Ludwig, everything.
Right. That's, which is what I'm saying. You don't see that every day because like
man.
you don't really see a lot of at least in the Ludwig artists and like Pearl artists and you know Tama is more common now with Sean and all that shit. But like when it comes to like Ludwig and all that,
Ibanez and Hushano, they own Tama.
that makes sense.
I also see a lot of people with CNC drums.
See,
That's a local company.
Dude,
and they're doing incredible.
CNC, they're the dopest. If I had the money, I'd definitely
Me
for
too,
sure.
me
Over
too.
SJC, over all that, CNC for
I
sure.
go
Dude,
Ludwig.
I don't know, man.
Ludwig.
I would get Sam's old Gretsch. That stripey one.
Oh wow, yeah,
Bro,
that's
that
a
is-
Brooklyn Gretsch.
That
yeah.
is the best drum set I've ever got to play.
Hell yeah.
That was a very cool drum set.
such a
But I'm a shameless Ludwig guy. You give me an American Maple Ludwig, I'm in. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that amazes me. Ludwig, dude, from the beginning, I loved that, and I loved that. And the drummer is always so energetic, and his rolls and fills are always so on point. Like, just, bro, and he's super technical, and he's
man.
always just on point. And you see, oh, bro, incredible band, for sure. Good
yeah.
memories.
All right, Brennan, what you got?
all right, so I feel like in this time period, like there was a lot of like very new sounding music. We didn't have very much like retro. Like the '90s was done. '90s is done. We don't have that anymore. Now this is a '90s. Well, I would consider a '90s band. I'm a really big fan of Nada Surf.
Love this.
I feel like
one.
recently.
Love this song.
I feel like recently. Excuse me. Oh, first burp.
There we go. Got two left, people.
So, I feel like recently Nada Surf has kind of been roped into like of course you like them, you're a hipster, blah blah blah, this and this. Back in the day, I worked like in high school. I worked at a CD and comic, and it was called Vintage Stock. And I was around a lot of cool stuff. I had like quote a cool job. But my favorite part of the store was the CD and vinyl section. The vinyl section was terrible because vinyl was making its comeback, wasn't cool.
It was definitely not cool yet,
CDs
yeah.
were still cool, and that was my spot. I loved it, and I always talked with like people who sold CDs. Like, what do you got? What are you into? Like, is anything cool? And a guy one time came in with a handful of CDs. And he gave me a few of them, and they'll pop up. I'll mention this person
Definitely.
again. But he handed me this one, said, I'll tell you, there's a book about the 100 albums that you should hear before you die, and like how they relate emotionally and how they are truly emotional and real. And this is actually really high up in that list. I think you should check this out. And like, this was an older person that had no idea who the hell I was, just knew that I liked cool music. And he handed this disc to me. He handed me, it was the song Let Go, which was
The
released in
album Let Go,
2002. Inside of Love is on that album. An incredible song, incredibly well composed.
You know what this
well
song
sung.
like? This all sounds like to me is like, because in high school you used to take me to school. Your junior year, my freshman year of high school, and this was like the
In the
CD
CD
that
player.
yeah that
Yes.
it was this and it was In Rainbows.
Oh man, and Rainbows was a good one. That was
Dude,
in
that was-
2008, 2007.
Well, yeah, but
Oh,
this
man.
was not. Oh, this had to have been 2008 because it was fresh in high school.
Yeah, because I discovered this later in the game.
Right, this
I
would-
did
it
not
had to-
listen to,
it had to be
I was
2008.
not deep enough in 2002 to listen to Nada Surf, if I'm being honest.
None of
with
us
all
were.
you. For sure.
But
We were all
children.
If you have a chance to
we were
like,
still shitting ourselves in
Oh,
2002.
please. Hey, come on. Anyway,
Last
if
one.
you
Last
have-
one. That was the last one.
No, it wasn't. Anyway, if you have a moment to check out the album Let Go, don't just reach into it and play the song that I recommended.
And
Don't do
also,
that.
don't just like click on Nada Surf and like the first one.
God,
go to
yeah.
go to this album, track 1, go through.
make,
you will
make
be
an
amazed.
event, make an evening out of it. Like if you're a smoker, go like pop it on and kick back and have you a smoke.
You know what? Get you a $17 Bath and Body Works bath bomb.
Bomb, bro.
Oh
Throw
my
that in the
God.
tub.
Put it in.
Get you some candles.
It is a relaxing.
Get you
album.
a nice smoky Merlot.
What?
Pour you a good glass and sit in the tub and just headbang to this. No, I'm just kidding. You're not gonna headbang at all.
Cucumber.
You're not gonna
You're
headbang.
gonna relax.
You
It
are
is-
going to relax. But dude, whatever you gotta do to just do nothing while you're listening to this, do that. Do nothing and listen to this, because it really will take you for a fucking ride. But is that all you got for that?
Man, we talked a lot about it. That was a
Wow.
heck of a song.
Hell of a song.
Have you ever heard Nada Surf? Really? Have you ever
I don't
heard
think
Nada
so.
Surf?
We'll have to check it out.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. As
We have to
soon as
check it
this
out.
I
is
know
over.
for sure a lot of stuff that you
All right,
listen
guys,
to.
that's mixtapes. We're gonna go ahead and listen to Nada Surf now.
Yeah, right.
That's very true.
But my next song
Man,
is...
if we could pull a sample from one of those songs.
We can't.
Oh, that would be cool.
We can't. But anyways, I got Creatures for a While by 311.
That's a cool tune.
Love 311.
Oh, man.
Like, wholeheartedly. My mom was 9 months pregnant with me. Went to a 311 show, and I feel like that's where I first...
In the basement of what is now, like, one of the, like, more recognizable bars of KC.
What bar?
It was in the basement of Buzzard Beach. What is now Buzzard Beach.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It was
what
like
is
Johnny
now-
Cause. It was,
Well, whatever it is now. It was... No, like, Buzzard Beach had... It wasn't the Hurricane. It wasn't the Lone Star. It was something else. Or was it the Hurricane? I don't know.
No, the Hurricane was Right Room. That was Hurricane.
Okay, then maybe it might have been, what is Johnny Cause and not Buzzard.
That's where Uncle Craig used to work, where he ran the Slash and all them. It's
That's
old
where
Johnny
311
Cause.
That's where 311 played.
It was Johnny Cause before it was Johnny Cause, but it was whatever it was
In
called.
that basement, all the way down.
Yeah.
Dude, that's dope.
I was there, but
Right.
This was late '94, so or mid '94. But anyways, I feel like that's where I feel like that's where my love grew for this band, because I had been listening to them my entire life. Like, it started with 311 music. My dad, obviously, my parents were into 311, so I grew up listening to them. And I remember when this album came out, and I was fucking stoked on it.
Hell
and
yeah.
Creatures for a While is one of 311's best songs ever. Like, even like not just on this album, but like ever. It's got one of those, because some 311 songs are hard to get into if you're not into it. You know what I mean? But I feel like this song is one that, like, totally
Straight
radio
up.
friendly, totally palatable.
Can we confirm where they're from? Aren't they a Nebraska band?
Yes.
That's cool.
That's pretty dope.
That's cool.
They are from Nebraska, which is dope, dude. I mean, like, that's super close to us. We got a lot of friends in Nebraska, but
I love Nebraska.
That's
dude,
fucking dope. Never been.
I don't really have much to say about this band, but I remember one time I was like just starting to get money of my own, like maybe mowing or something. So I must have been like 12 or 13 or something like that, and I ordered a shirt online, a 311 shirt. And I was so excited to get it. It was like one of the first like shirts that I like bought and like really wanted, and it was definitely one of the first things I bought online, because back in the day our parents were like, you like, don't buy, like, you just give your credit card number out? What the hell? And I'm like, yeah.
My
it's
parents give me the
grandmother's
hardest
done
time with
over
that
that,
shit.
bro.
Oh man, I feel like every
Remember
parent.
Dad heard that people order guitars online? He's like, "What? You gonna order a guitar online and have it sent to your house?" Like,
yeah.
They do it all the time.
They're like, aren't they gonna just steal all your money and your guitar and everything? No, probably not.
Probably not, Dad.
I mean, I'm not 100%, but probably not. But anyway, so I ordered it. It came, and it was like a 3XL. It was the biggest shirt. And so,
it
like,
was a sleeping shirt.
yeah, until it became Kenny's shirt.
Oh
Yeah, I remember I gave that shirt to Kenny,
Yeah, I remember
Ken
that.
Peck. But and he was like actually one of the people who would listen to Not a Surf with us. So that was around that same time period. But that was definitely before all that. Anyways, I can't stress enough 311. Like, I'm surprised I haven't spoken about them before, because they are such a part of my life.
They have
Hell
been
yeah.
very prevalent in the 2010s.
No, well, they do at Cruise, and I want to go so bad because it's on March 11th
Cruises.
every year.
Oh,
So
that's
they do a
dope.
311 day, and it's a cruise to like Jamaica and shit. And I've heard it's just like a drug cruise. Like, it's just like smoke weed. Like, they don't check you coming in. Everyone's just like drunk, and like they smoke weed on stage and shit.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
they go to the Jamaica. They go to the Jamaica. I sound like a white dude. They go to the Jamaica. But
The Jamaica.
I sound like Trump.
Jamaica be
the
crazy.
Jamaica. They go to the Jamaica.
Hell no.
And they smoke the Jamaican babies.
Good on you, mate.
R.I.P. Trump. I'm just being hopeful. He's got COVID, so.
Wow.
So is that too political? You know what? I said what I said. What you got?
Alright, we got some. So this track I actually listened to a lot. Me and Ian were talking about it. He also listened to it quite a bit.
Tons.
Jennifer Lopez, Jadakiss, Styles P, Jenny from the Block.
Every time I see her in a movie, I'm like, oh shit, it's Jenny from the Block.
That's Jenny from the Block. Yeah, that was on like a Now CD when I was a kid, and that's how like I discovered a lot of my music.
Wasn't
At
it
the
me and you that
time.
looked up Now shit the other day?
Yeah.
Bro, you realize, guys, this is unheard of. Every single Now CD, like Now That's What I Call Music, whatever, volume, whatever. First of all, it's been around since like 82.
Yeah.
I bet you didn't know that.
Which is insane.
I did not know that.
It has
God
gone
damn.
platinum. Minimum of once, maximum of 7 times since then until the last like 4 or 5 years.
Kind of dropped off. But that's insane.
What? 7 times platinum
The owner is rolling in dough.
for a mixtape, bro?
Now that's what I call music.
That's what I
Yeah.
call it.
Are you up till 3 in the morning? Check out this mixtape.
Do you not know what to buy your grandkids for Christmas?
Check this
Now
out.
that's what I call your Christmas present 12.
They actually had that shit.
No way.
They had a Christmas one.
Oh, of course.
Oh man, they had Buzz Bounce. Oh that whole company. Oh man.
They did almost
But
3 a
man,
year.
can you imagine like the time period where to get like you know, you couldn't just shuffle play. I mean, back then, you know, when that became popular, you know, you had to buy like if I'm having people over, I don't know if I really want to play an album.
Look, when it first came out, bro, I mean, it was a record. So, like, think if you had to do, if you wanted a playlist of records, you'd have to be like, drop it on the 3rd track of this record, pull out a different one.
or you buy a very, 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 very expensive table jukebox type thing.
Yeah,
like, they
jukebox,
had
or
very
have two
expensive, like
2 record
they
players.
definitely, or you get a reel to reel. That was one way to do it.
Yeah, they had
reel
tape.
to reel.
Yeah, they had tape.
Like you'd have to make those playlists.
Oh yeah, you can make it on. You can make it on cassette. They had cassette tapes and 8 tracks back then. So I don't know what I'm saying with just the record player, but CDs were not around when. Now that's what I call music became a thing. Crazy to think about, right? 7 fucking times platinum on that's what I call music. Fucking 45 probably we went 6 times platinum.
Are we on like
Damn.
80s?
Oh, more than that probably.
Yeah, that's what I call music volume 100.
Oh, it's probably more than that.
Volume 100. Why are you
I forgot
still
to look at
listening?
the exact
look it
number,
up.
but it was,
I'll
dude,
find
by
out.
the time it was like 2000s, we were already in the 30s. And it's like 3 a year. So we're looking at probably something like, I mean, it's been 20 years since then, pretty much. I don't know. A lot. While he does that, bro, Jenny from the block, if you don't fucking know the song,
What are you doing?
what are you doing, bro?
Like, who are
Oh
you?
yeah, we're definitely
103,
This-
105.
What?
April 30th.
What?
105.
Are you kidding me?
It's no, 106 is right there,
What?
dog.
They
Oh
should-
man, I am aging.
We're gonna need some.
That is
I mean,
what?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Literally, just,
105.
if you want a fun little Wikipedia rabbit hole, now that's what I call music. You will learn a lot about.
I'm afraid to drink it. You guys are gonna make me laugh while
Now,
I'm drinking.
no, they also got
I'm gonna
other
choke
ones.
on
It's
it.
like now that's what I call a party 2019. Like,
Wow.
and what, bro? And the thing about now censors all their stuff. I wonder if they still do that.
Probably.
Only clean mixes.
Dude, that is the sound of a roller rink.
Bro, you know that like some hip hop artists have to do like clean sets? Have you ever like heard about that like on tour?
Yeah.
Like
That's
that
wild.
happens. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Like yeah, dude. Okay, like I don't know how that could be with some artists, man. Like,
Oh,
I don't
know.
get it either.
you basically, all right. So we dancing for the next 15 seconds because well, reasons.
It's interesting.
Dude,
I was watching.
What?
I was watching this. I can't remember who it was. Whether it was like the. It was I can't remember, so we'll just not try coming up with it. But
The artist
yeah,
or-
the artist was.
okay.
It was. They were doing a live thing, and it was at like the Grammys, I think, or something along those lines. And they had to do exactly what you're saying, was censor what they were doing. They had a backup vocalist that would just kind of do their thing, like in between that, and it was like goofy, but it like kind of works. But it definitely like was weird. You know what I mean?
Why don't they just use all that-
censorship in art doesn't really work.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
What are you doing? with
Okay,
it?
not honest.
What is this?
Obvious.
Yeah.
If we're being obvious, censorship in art doesn't work.
But I don't. What does this got to do with Jenny from the block? She's never been censored.
No, Jenny's never
Well,
been
since
censored.
We were talking about now this.
We're talking
I
about
know.
now. We're talking about just
We get off on what we call a tangent.
with the T,
With a
the capital T.
the capital T. Tangent.
What you got over there, Jose?
All right, so
Hopefully not a tangent.
so this year's are pretty interesting to me because I was still in Ecuador, so I was still with my family.
Oh,
So it's a lot of family related stuff. The more that I think about it, it's really good years because my cousin, his name is Armando. He's like my brother. Like we grew up, like we did everything together. He was always better at sports. I was always better at art. Like we played soccer together, all that stuff. But he will always beat my. Like he will destroy me at any single sport that we ever played. Anything that he touched, baseball, good. Soccer, great. Like, and tennis, great. Like, whatever you put him on, great. But when it came to art, he wasn't very into
But
it.
when it came to dancing, Jose was king.
What's up? What's up? And so this band is really close. This song. I'm not gonna say the band because I don't listen to them. I never listened to them like record stuff like that.
Right.
It's just a couple songs. But this song from this band means a lot to me because my cousin and I used to play PlayStation on the weekends, PlayStation 2 stuff like that, PlayStation 1.
Oh shit, yeah, dude.
And
Everyone was at the time.
and we had to, I used to bring in my little like stereo player or whatever, and so we can play their CDs and stuff, and we have mixers, and this is one of the songs since we loved it. It's the Strokes, Reptilia.
Oh fuck.
From Room on Fire 2003. Dude, I still remember it's just being a kid at my grandparents' house with my cousin, being upstairs playing PlayStation and listening to this shit. Like, good feeling, bro. Honestly,
Dude,
good memories. I love that dude. Like, my cousin and I, we still fucking talk, like, as much as we can. And this is just one of those songs. I don't really have a whole lot to say about the band.
I mean, they're like a college-y band. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like you saw this. You heard the Strokes on like college movies around this time. Like, I don't think Accepted came out. I don't think it was out yet in 2003, but maybe like 2005, 2006.
Well, this was a band that got big because of CBGB.
Oh,
they
R.I.P.
played-
CBGB. Those are all acronyms.
Yeah. Well, but they were like that. They would like play there regularly, and
Right.
that's like where they got big.
Yeah, and just a good song, honestly. I mean,
really
to
is.
this day, you can listen to it.
Oh
It's
man,
pretty
the
fucking
public
good.
ate it up. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what to call this. I like it.
Yeah.
I think it was like college alternative. Is like
College, but everything kind of shifted into this kind of like we're doing a little more like this with the vocals, and it was
Yeah.
really cool. Like the Killers were a little more thing.
Yeah.
Which I am also surprised that there are no Killers.
I don't think there was Killers
mentions.
around this time.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure this would have been Hot Fuss was 2003.
I don't think so. I think it was later.
Oh man, I gotta confirm that.
Here, I'll confirm it while you do your next one.
Okay, I'll
or
do my-
Jose.
or Jose, if you're done, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I gotta say. Awesome song, awesome band, and good memories, for sure.
Dude, I love the Strokes too, man. I love that college alternative sound though. I'm a sucker for it.
I honestly am not, but I can get down to it. Now, speaking of like college music, we can't have a mixtape.
Hot
Type
Fuzz
show.
2004.
You
will see them next time.
next time. Holy hell!
That was their first album. Told
okay.
you.
Oh, their first full length.
I think that was it.
Anyway, so I can't do a show about music without at least mentioning Brand New once. Like,
Yeah.
I have to. I know that recently they're not talked
Look,
about.
we're talking about Brand New. We're not talking about Jesse Lacey.
Okay.
We're not talking about anything like
It's
that.
not Brand New. It's all Jason Lacey.
Yeah,
Anyway,
true.
so
You right.
man, I gotta say, like, Brand New was just one of those bands that showed me, like, how digestible something super raw and emotional can be. And, Deja Entendre 2003. That entire record, come on, like, a perfect album. If we're being honest, perfectly recorded, perfectly well done, a perfect album. But if we had to pick one song off of it, show everybody that we're like, okay, here's what Brand New was like back then. The Quiet Things That No One Will Ever Know. That song comes in. I've heard it live twice. I've seen Brand New live twice. Great. Like, they played this song well. In fact, the last time I saw them, when they went to play this song, the drummer played the wrong song. Like, he started in the wrong part. Completely wrong. Like, I have no idea. Jesse actually stopped the whole set and went, whoa. Like, hold on, man. You're goofing up on the hit, bro. Like, basically flat out said you're goofing up on the hit.
You're going up on the only one no one knows. Yeah. Or everyone knows.
Like,
no one knows.
Yeah.
You're quiet.
You're goofing up on the hit, bro, is what he said. And it, like, the entire fucking place, which was this is an outdoor stadium.
It's
this is
brand
a massive
new.
show. It's brand new. The entire room starts laughing, and that guy doesn't make people laugh. And didn't back then, especially, either. But, like, this tune, I like the aggression in, like, the backing vocals, which are also Jesse. He doesn't let anyone else do any vocals, period. Live, Vinny does the vocal, which is really cool, does the backing vocal. Really, really cool live. But, like, man, the song, if I had to sum up where my writing style kind of evolved into from, like, my 90s writing style,
yeah.
holy crap.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I wouldn't have structure like I do now if it weren't for this album. This album showed me what modern, like, sad alternative with guitar music structure was supposed to be like.
And it's really like drony, like.
They're playing under their like. Here's what you can play. Here's what you're actually writing.
You can shred.
Here's
but
what you can do. Here's where you're writing.
That's the best way to do it.
That's the best way to do it. And oh my God, what a tune! The way it comes in, the way it's recorded. I mean, it is.
I also love that. Keep the blood in your head and keep your feet on the ground.
The music video, super well done. A very high production. I mean, they had an ambulance in it. I mean,
dope.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of most of their videos. Except for this one. I think that they're all like pretty
This might
cheap.
be the only one I can actually picture.
Keep the noise though, she doesn't want to budge.
Yeah, I don't remember that video.
It's a dude with the freaking tie running through a city. Yeah. It's exactly what you think. It's exactly what you think.
Oh yeah, baseline. Whenever, if I'm running sound, odds are there's a band that's what the bass player's checking the song. They're like, I got time for the bass. Let me hear the bass. That's what they sound check with. It's either that or like Bulls on Parade or like, I don't know,
That's fucking dope.
It's never smoke on the water though. I'm honestly, the next time I get to sound check, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna play Smoke on the Water or like a hit. I'm gonna like literally bust out a hit because why not? Why not?
All right.
That's all I have to say about that. Brand new.
And that's
Brand New's
all
a
I gotta
good
say
band.
about it.
Yay! There's shitty people in the band. I know.
But he wasn't hiding
He was
it.
shitty back then. He wasn't hiding it.
He wasn't hiding it.
He wasn't hiding it.
I mean, come on, me versus or
moving on.
moving on. Next one. I don't have much to say about this, so it's pretty much gonna pass it right off to Mason right after. But Batman and Robin by Snoop Dogg. Paid the cost to be the boss, 2002.
Love that.
Yeah, it's great. It's a funny song. It's not serious at all. Like
all old Snoop songs when he does that like story is just like a story.
it starts off with a skit. It starts off with a skit.
That stuff's so cool, man. He's like the grandfather of that shit. It's cool watching him do it.
doubt. Yeah, and what I love about it is like there's a lot of people like recently 3-6 Mafia got all mad at Suicide Boys for stealing shit. Everybody's been stealing shit.
They might, probably should, or wait, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like there is a lot of similarities.
Can you copyright the G chord?
Yeah. Can I copyright a cell phone tone that I
use the snare on my album, so I don't think you guys should be able to use a snare.
Listen, 128 beats per minute is our thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this one starts off with a skit, and it's all about Batman and Robin. I mean, it is what it is. Paid the cost to be the boss, man. He was already on top. He was just doing his.
He's been the Snoop Lion, dog.
Yeah.
No, he's been, and now he's back.
Yeah, now he's back.
And I love how he hangs out with other thugs just like him, like other people with cases, man, like Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
She's been to fucking real prison for insider trading, bro. White collar as it may be, still a crime.
Yeah. Wiz definitely is been influenced by big time by Snoop.
Well, they were in a movie together, bro.
Bro, and his style switched over completely.
I like that movie too.
Yeah.
I like that movie,
Yeah, that was a solid film.
It was alright.
It wasn't like, I don't know.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
There was another movie called High School that came out that same year that was actually way better and completely different.
Yep. That is true. What you got, Mason?
All right, so we got Satisfaction.
Great song.
By Benny Bamosi and The Biz. That thing slaps.
Yeah, no, it really does.
It's a really, like, I was listening to it in the car earlier on the way here, and
The way here, hell yeah.
My Mazda's speakers are pretty decent, like, and it was like feeling like it was about to blow them out. Like, and I mean, I had it turned up all the way.
Push.
I'm like, I'm pulling into Quick Trip, get my taquitos. And my water. Oh, shout out to Ozarka.
Shout out. Keeping us fresh.
Hydrated. Yeah, and like people are staring at me, and it's just funny because I'm like, have you heard the song? Or are you just staring at me because the music's loud? You never can tell.
You never can tell,
You never
right?
can tell. in a Quick Trip.
You know what's strange? I rarely listen to music while I drive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I rarely do.
You like
I
is it
rarely
relaxing?
do.
Is it relaxing?
If I'm listening to, long before I started doing just this for a living,
Yeah.
you know, music and studio, all that. Long before that, it was still music is an incredible distraction for me because suddenly, especially if I'm driving and I'm listening to a song I really, really like, man, I'll catch myself like
swerving up the road.
not swerving out the road, but like not really remembering my drive during the song. Like I'll start picking apart what I'm hearing, and then I'll start hating this. Like I hate the way the songs sound in my car.
Yeah.
When I first got the car, if I put a CD in it, I'm like, hell yeah. But as soon as I use anything with the aux or Bluetooth or all that, I'm like, I'm like, ugh, it just
sounds really bad.
It does, man. I'll listen to like stuff that I normally really like, and man.
Bro, is this the car episode?
No, it's not. Yes, it is. You started it. You did this. You took us here. You minivanned us into this.
I even introduced the show as where we rate cars.
But I don't. Most of the time, if I'm driving, especially from here to where I live, I don't listen to music.
What do you think your car smells like?
My car?
If we're gonna rate it on smells.
If we're gonna rate on smells, not a whole lot because I don't spend much time in my car.
Your car smells kind of normal.
Like it leaks water, and I need to figure out what I'm gonna do about that.
Cover your car with soap.
Get a garage like a normal person.
True.
My
car smells like cigarettes.
It does. I'm sure it does. I've never smoked a cigarette in my car.
I know. I always hate long drives in your car.
Yeah. Get over it. No music and no cigarettes. I'm no fun at all.
It's just him bitching about everything.
It's like, man,
I got the black ice scent.
There. Oh, that's
all over. I got them all hidden.
Love it. You got them
you
all
open
hidden.
the door. He's like,
oh shit.
That's fucking. I got that shit from my dad because he used to do the same shit.
Your car hella looks like it smells like black ice too. Cause it's like a 4-door truck,
black on black.
It's a big truck,
bro. Man,
and it's nice. It's new.
Yeah.
So like when you look at that car, you're not like that car stinks. You're like that car smells like a tree. Those
black ice tree, bro.
That's tree. That's right. I got a little soy sauce in here. It don't smell like soy sauce. Don't ask that.
But it looks like soy sauce.
Looks like soy sauce.
I used to have Ruth Bader Ginsburg one like after the movie came out.
Yeah.
I wish I still had that because she just died.
Yeah.
I've got a Gucci Mane face. Hanging
And it smells like black ice.
Bro, it did. I mean, it's gone out, but I'm not getting rid of it because he's my guardian angel, bro.
Right.
Same,
I
yeah.
have absolutely
That
nothing.
was RGB for me.
Yeah, so.
No,
I'm not getting rid of
RBG. RBG. Everyone's been getting that wrong on the internet too.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Old red, blue, green.
Man, I don't even know who's next. Is Jose next?
Yeah, so this is another song that goes tied with the other one, with the one I just talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
because, like I said, my cousin wasn't very musical. But he's the one who showed me this band.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's the one who showed me this band. And if it wasn't for him, I don't know what I would have done, because the Fall of Troy, literally, bro, the Fall of Troy is like my life.
Hell
man.
of a band, man.
Dude, bass playing on point, guitar on point, drums on point, and you know what? I figured out like how they wrote and like the way they write is so incredible, because I was like, bro, how do they which by the way is Rockstar Nail Bomb from the self-titled The Fall of Troy 2003. That's the album, the EP that they came out, as the first EP that came out.
Cool.
And I the way they write, I used to think like, oh my god, how they write, because everything is so crazy, but the guitars follow the drums.
Yeah.
It's like he writes his stuff and he's like, they figure out with the toms, blah 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 blah. But he's so creative, and Thomas Eric, incredible artist. They went through a lot. They fucked up pretty bad, but they're coming back on top, hopefully.
The Fall of Troy fell for a little while.
They broke up for a little bit. But
yeah, I mean they fucked up.
They did come back.
Yeah, it's just so what happened was it was heroin. The three of them were fucking with that, and then what happened was they started using all their money towards that. The drummer, Andrew Forsman, bro, he was on a podcast, and this is the first time they ever talked about this. Bro, he took the band's credit card and put $5,000. He managed to take $5,000 out to buy heroin.
Oh, boy.
Damn, that's a lot of
That's
fucking
a lot
heroin.
of heroin. Holy shit.
Yes, but I mean, I'm guessing he stood all the time, or I don't know if it, but they fucked up bad, dude. I mean, even now, Tim, the bass player, bro, he's not really in the band because like, anytime they start going on tour, they're sober, and then like he starts fucking up, and like the last time they did it, I was able to see him play, And then they went to Russia, and the dude was so fucked up. He was not playing the songs, and Thomas was like, dude, what the fuck? He went to his ear, and what the fuck? The dude took his bass out and just fucking slammed it, broke it, and left, dipped.
Damn.
And they had to do the whole tour without him.
Damn.
So yeah, they've been through a lot. They've been through a lot, but this is
that's
one
a
of those
lot.
bands that is just, bro, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Full of Troy, you can't go wrong. Gibson.
A lot of copycats. Like,
Yeah.
I've noticed a lot of, like, especially locally here, like, not necessarily at this time, because I was a little bit later on, like, by the time I was, like, seeing local bands and hanging out with other musicians other than Brennan, because we might have been playing at this time. 2005, 2006,
Oh, yeah.
so, like, a little bit after this, but when we first started playing with other musicians, it was just like, what do you like to play? He's like, I play Fall of Troy.
I really like Fall of Troy.
You want to hear what I play? It's basically I play every Fall of Troy riff.
Yeah.
Backwards, I change it up.
Yeah.
I change it up. I play I
play this chorus,
they
this
play
verse,
A to
but
D,
then
I play B to A. I'm like, what?
And by the way, their drummer uses CNC drums now, which is dope.
Oh, that's
Yeah, dude. I mean, you can't go wrong from the beginning. I mean, I even in high school I went and bought a belt just like Thomas, because he used to have this belt with guitar with keys in it, piano keys.
Yeah.
And then
I had
he
one
had
just
a
like that.
he had
a seatbelt.
a headstock that was
really?
as a belt buckle, and I got one. Because I wanted to be just like him. He started wearing like Nikes and stuff like that. I was all about it. I was like, dude, whatever you guys are doing, I am about it. Because like they had so many great songs. And sadly, when I met them in Orlando, they played at the Social. And this was their comeback tour when they first got back together. They claimed to be sober. The drummer was the only one who was sober, actually. He's the only, and Thomas was kind of fucked up. He was a little mean. But you know what? It's okay because they're great. The band is incredible, and I wish I could play like them.
Everyone does, apparently.
I really wish.
Yeah, right.
I really wish. And they brought and the Gibson Grabber, bro. Big time on that shit.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's a classic.
yeah. So yep, that's what I gotta say about
Cool.
this.
All right, Brandon, what you got?
Okay, my final song for the mixtape is by a little band called Glassjaw.
Love this band.
They reunited recently and released an incredible album. I think it was 2017. Incredible. I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
Same.
But Eighth Dose Mill actually was a single released in 2001 or late 2001. The full album, which is called Worship and
No, it's
Tribute,
2002. It was definitely 2002.
came out in 2002. Was Worship and Tribute.
So you're talking about
Okay,
that
Eighth Dose
album.
Mill was a single for this album. So Glassjaw. Whoa, what a creative Southern California band. I mean, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were really cutting edge. They worked with a producer that I looked up his name earlier and I've already forgotten it. But
Yeah.
what's really crazy about this particular album is that Shannon Larkin of Godsmack played the drums on it, which Godsmack. When I think of Godsmack, I don't think of Glassjaw. So that's really really neat.
Straight
It's
out of
also a
line.
no-click track. It's
I
like,
can't find a reason.
but like Eighth Dose Mill, what a creative, slightly heavy, very guitar-driven, very. I mean, this tune I played it earlier. I made everybody listen to it earlier.
Yeah.
It is very full. My band Hazing tried really hard to figure out a way we could cover this song. It never worked. Never worked. Like, it is truly a song that everybody has to like find a piece of it that they know how to play and work with it, because like the guitar work really jumbles. It's really hard to determine exactly what everybody's doing, especially because there's no click track, so it's not like perfectly precise. It has like that wall huge sound to it. I mean,
It's got like it's got like a weird structure. It's hard
like,
to.
as far as the song that came out in 2002, like they had aspects of what like hard rock and heavier nu metal was kind of doing, but they didn't. They had like melodic and very catchy and faster rhythms like what Warped Tour style bands were doing. They were truly a band that no one knew how to market or where to place. All they knew was, hey, listen to this. This is good. Check it out. It's really good.
Yeah.
And that I don't know if that was really enough. Like, I know they did well. I know they're a popular
This was
band.
This was a weird time for music, honestly.
It was, but man, like, I have yet to run into like heavy music that is that digestible. I mean,
Yeah.
you sit there, not even a fan, and you're hooked. I mean, the way that this song ropes you in. Eighth Dose Mill by Glassjaw. I mean,
Off Worship and Tribute.
Great album. Worship and Troop is great. I like most of what Glassjaw's done. They kind of are one of those bands you just kind of pop on and go for it. They have a Deftones vibe. They have a heavier 90s vibe. They haven't... I always thought kind of an Under Oathy vibe, but not really. I mean, what a band. I mean, I love this band.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, Glassjaw.
So something I've noticed too is like there hasn't really been like a fixed like genre or style. There's nothing like... I feel like nowadays, like if we were to do like a 2021, there's gonna be like 4 songs that are pretty similar, kind of like grabbing like each other's influences, and like there's similar themes that were like within the years. 2002, 2003 was all fucking over the place. Yeah. All over the place. MTV was all over the place.
The gatekeepers were starting to lose control, if you will.
Or there was just a lot of outlets. I feel like it was just
there
like...
was that too, yeah.
There was just like every, you know, like the internet was like coming.
Warped Tour.
Yeah, like,
Glassjaw did play Warped Tour in 2002, 2003.
This was a good year to be playing music, I think. I think you could really get your original shit out there now. I think nowadays it's really hard. Like, although it's easier to get it out there into the world, it's hard to get it.
Are they actually going to click on it?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get people hooked on something that isn't super familiar to them right now.
Yeah,
you know, they want to hear the same fucking shit over and over again, which is neither here nor there. If you find the formula, you gotta find it before everyone else does, because there's 3 people doing the same exact thing you're doing right now. It's just who's gonna put it out first and who's gonna, you know. Have you ever seen something and you're like, man, that was my idea, and I've been doing it for 2 years. Well, so has that fucking dude probably. You know what I mean?
You just didn't release it.
Yep, things happen kind of like in chunks like that.
What's next on the list, though?
The next thing, though, is Nobody's Listening, Linkin Park, Meteora, 2003, one of the first CDs I ever had. I remember 2003, man.
The album kicked off with a bottle breaking.
I know.
Oh my god. Ding, ding, smash. And you're like, wait, now it's a song? Dude. The bottle breaks and it explodes into a song.
And what I loved about it was even the album art matched the tone of the record.
It really did.
Bro, it was perfect. It was a graffiti dude.
I have the deluxe copy.
I mean, I think it was mine at one point.
No. There's your copies around here somewhere too.
Mine was actually trifold.
There's actually 3 or 4 copies of this record in this house, if I'm being honest with you.
Really?
Somewhere.
Yeah, dude. I got this shit for
I had a regular
year.
copy. I had a deluxe copy. I mean, you buy like. When I worked in the CD store, man, sometimes I'd buy repeats of albums that were that good.
Well, yeah, you were buying for 5 cents though sometimes.
No, we don't talk about that. What a freaking record, man! New metal, in metal. What do you want to call it? Like, man,
great fucking
dude, great record. And, like, really, and it was backed up really well by their next record, because it was Hybrid Theory, Meteora, and then what was their next one? It was right off the bat.
No, then the remix, Reanimation, was right after.
That's right, yeah.
Jay-Z, which I dig, but I was also like ready for new stuff, and it's like a remix of songs they've already done.
And
like,
it was, but
like
dude,
Numb. I mean, like they did a version of Numb with Jay-Z, which is like, yes, that's cool. Jay-Z rocks it, but it's like I've already heard Numb. I want new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when did the album with Breaking the Habit came out?
That was this album.
That's this album. Okay.
That's this album right here, and which is a crazy adaptation of guitars and people actually playing instruments and electronic.
Well, dude, no, it's a perfect example of that. I think I said this last episode actually, of that 5th member of the band. You know, the producer being heavily involved in making the music. The producer's like in the band.
Absolutely, but like in a way, they would come at their producer with a really amazingly solid core idea, and the producer would just basically be like, which we should have looked up who this person was.
Yeah.
Basically, kind of go, all right, here's what I have. Because if you've ever heard the original version of In the End, have you? Like they actually just recently released what was going to be the original version of In the End, completely different. I mean, in a way, slightly harder to digest. What producers an ideal producer is going to take a band's idea and just say, hey, listen, like, we can make this easier to absorb. We can make this attack the listener faster by doing this. That is the hardest thing for a producer to master. The ability to take a song that someone has written that they feel personal about and say, listen, here's what I think you were actually going for. And that person going, wow, you're right. That was what I was going for.
Oh, yeah.
That is what I was going for.
That's better than what I thought. Yeah.
Like to see past someone's own message.
Well, anytime anything goes through somebody, so like if you're the one recording it and you're the one that's gonna put it onto something else, like if you're the one that's gonna, it passes through you. It takes a little piece of you too. Everyone has to understand that too. As art goes through, like, I mean, like
they add their touch to it.
Always, and everyone does. It's always there's a thumbprint everywhere.
Big facts.
Everyone.
Sometimes it's what you take away. If anything, like
That's your thumbprint, though.
sometimes it's taking away a bunch. Like, hey, you guys have like a buffet going here.
Yeah.
But what I'm really interested in is spring rolls. You know what I'm saying? You know, like,
yeah. But
a good producer will do that.
True.
You know?
And I do want to hit on the lyrics of this song because, man, these are the deepest lyrics.
They are
like,
very.
These are so.
Give you warning, but nobody.
Yeah, but everyone ignores me. Told you everything loud and clear, but nobody's listening.
It's
bro,
because of 2017. You know?
I know, bro. Like when I hear this song now, it's like, holy fuck, and that like that Asian flute, like. Yeah.
We're sorry now for the poor samples.
We don't actually own the rights to the real shit.
Disclaimer. We can't play any of this music.
But yeah, we are running really short on time, which is great because we are on the last song.
Okay.
Yep.
We got Lose Yourself, Eminem, 2002.
Dude, like,
just such a good build-up.
Yes.
Such a good build-up.
If you had one build-up,
dude,
one opportunity,
dude,
like to make everyone listen to this shit.
How do you directly speak to somebody that like rope them into the exact conversation and then literally you've hooked them into the song?
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's crazy.
Shady.
The shady indeed.
Yeah.
Slim
Shady,
Yes,
shady
absolutely.
indeed. You don't see it coming.
No, you don't.
Not at all.
No.
And this is from the movie 8 Mile.
Yes.
Okay, so the soundtrack.
Yeah, the soundtrack.
I didn't know that it was only on the soundtrack.
That was a Google thing.
Okay.
So that's in the air.
Okay, that's in the air.
We'll go ahead and put that in the air.
Oh, so
Okay.
we don't know if it's actually on a CD or not.
It wasn't on the Eminem show, or was it? Like as a closing track,
I
maybe?
don't know.
Because the Eminem show was after 8 Mile, wasn't
Right.
it? Yeah. So
Was
it might
it?
have been added to that as like an extra, but like 8 Mile was a really cool movie.
It was.
Like
Great movie.
Really
Really good.
fucking
Great movie.
The venue that he has that scene in, that's still, well, I hope it's still open. COVID kind of ruined a few things with
Yeah,
venues.
right.
But like that was a very active venue up until the world ended.
That's awesome.
Which is so cool. I've got friends that have played there in
really?
Detroit.
That's
like,
cool.
So awesome. And also like, man, like there's some like he really went home for that fucking movie.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah. Everything was so real.
Yes.
He made you.
And he was young enough to pull it off,
so
too.
immersing, yeah.
Oh, it is. It's
Absolutely.
hella immersing.
Like you're like, oh, this is Eminem's life. It's a biography. Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely can see that. Like,
Yeah.
There's not any like, oh, this seems like it's been embellished, or like this seems a little like everything feels very real. Like even the scene with when they're like smoking and they dip off from the cop and they're all freaking out and then they pull in the alley and then shoot, everything's fine, everything's good, boys.
Yeah.
And
Home base.
Yeah, home base. Yeah. That whole song, that song, I think everybody's listened to that before they go and do something they don't want to do.
Oh,
they think that they
yeah.
can't, or like it's just like
Vomit on my sweater already.
yeah, mom spaghetti. Yeah, it's a great track.
Oh, it's a great track.
Hell yeah.
It is a great part of the movie
It's
too.
Mm-hmm.
Be Rabbit.
Be Rabbit.
Guitar. There's a little
Yeah,
guitar in there.
there is.
Yeah. That
Which always adds. It always adds. But dude, I mean that's a great way to end this. I can't believe.
What date was that? Was that 2002 or
2002.
So it's gonna, oh man, like, dude, yeah. I'm glad I don't have to follow that song up.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
Close
I
up.
like man, the contrast between like our lists on this one, you know, like okay, Jose and I are fairly pretty similar.
Pretty similar.
Yeah. But like, Ian
Yo,
comes
I'm
in-
all over the fucking place.
like and then Mason comes in, you know, but like, dude, 2002, 2003, wow.
World of opportunity here.
World of opportunity.
World of opportunity.
Yeah,
But I will
welcome to the
say
party of
2004.
music.
2004 is coming.
In
It
2004.
is coming. Yeah, it is coming. And you know what? Like, I am just about to start puberty over these next 2 years. I am right on the cusp.
It's on the cusp.
So it's gonna get wild
It's
after
about to
this.
get
boys.
wild.
Yeah,
It's gonna
wild.
get
You're in
freaking
for a ride.
nuts, bro.
Nuts.
I don't know, man. I'm having a little bit of trouble deciding on the next round. This one was tough too, though.
Yeah.
It's
I
tough.
mean,
I had the difficulty.
yeah.
You got a whole week.
Well, once I discovered Not a Surf was that year, because I actually didn't know what
I didn't know it was either, and we listened to him later.
I thought it was 99. I actually thought it was like a 90s album, and then once I saw that, I was like, wow, well, fuck whatever I was planning on putting in my list.
Dude, that was me for Creatures for a while.
Yeah.
I was helping out Jose. I was like, man, like, let's look at a different playlist. And I was like, oh, shit, you don't get that. I like, pushed him out of the way. Because I originally had Hoobastank, The Critic by Hoobastank.
Yeah, I was really glad that didn't make it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I, like, Out of Control or whatever that song, that was an okay song, but like, Hoobastank. Come on, man. It's
don't
got the word
like-
stank in the name.
Yeah, I just don't.
Like,
I just
Hooba
don't fuck
sucks.
with that.
Too bad to be on this show.
Yeah.
So
You were like, you can have that song. I was like, nah.
Bro, it was the first one I chose because I just was like, I don't know. But I'm glad that got out of there. Because Creatures for a while, man, Evolver, I should have just put all 4 of my songs Evolver, but we're not allowed to repeat.
No, we shouldn't double dip. Now, we definitely double dip last episode. We're going to do our best not to double dip again.
Yeah, even though it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool.
Well,
it was kind of cool.
Okay.
I liked it.
Those albums, I mean, take your pants off. Like, that album, like, we definitely repeated that one. And the album White Stripes, White Blood Cells, I mean. Okay, when an album comes across, like, hell, when we get to 1991 or 92, like...
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I have tons. So I will, whatever you guys choose, I'll dip, dodge, duck around.
Problem, but yeah. Anyway.
You know, those might be long episodes. We might be doing part 1, part 2 of the 90s.
We might have to, man.
We might have to because that is kind of our forte.
Yeah.
So what I will say though is I hope you guys are doing great. That was a great episode. I thought I had hella fun.
Yeah.
So.
Drinking bottle caps.
Please follow and subscribe. Studio 48 on Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, you name it. Follow us and subscribe and tell your friends, please.
Please. And we might have some shirts coming out. Maybe.
That'd be cool.
Maybe, baby. We'll see.
Maybe.
Oh! Alright, man. Goodbye. That was
guys.
Mixtapes. Woo! No! Okay.